Are you recording? Cool. Thanks, Ava. Good morning, church. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great week. I missed you all last week. I was on vacation, and it was a wonderful time of rest and relaxation. I really disconnected, and it felt great. But I'm so excited to be back. I'm excited to be back home. I'm really excited to be back in the pulpit tomorrow with you in worship. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be talking about something that has been on my mind a lot this week, because we had, all of our church council meeting and our finance meeting. I had a trustees meeting this week, and there's one thing that all of those kind of administrative meetings have in common is, you're going to be talking about a lot of numbers. I'm a pastor. I have a lot of numbers in my mind all the time. It's funny. I can tell you exactly how many people attended church last Easter. I can tell you how many people attended church the Easter before that. I can tell you that over the month of July, we averaged around 78 people in worship, and how we're on track to beat that number in August. I can tell you that we've received so far about 66% of our pledge for 2025. I love numbers. I really do. I like to keep track of numbers. I'm good with some kinds of numbers. I'm not so good with others. But I know that numbers tell a story. But I also know that numbers can sometimes be misleading. And we're going to be looking this week at a story that has a lot of numbers in it from the Bible. And it's the story, familiar to all of you, the feeding of the 5,000. I mean, right there in the title, there's a big number, 5,000. And I think we always, I know I at least gravitate to that number. If Jesus had only fed, 50, it just wouldn't feel like it was the same. It'd still be a miracle. You just got, 2 fish and 5 loaves, and it would still be a miracle, but it wouldn't have the same impact. I get drawn into those numbers a lot of times. We're going to look at that story this week, though, and we're going to try to ask ourselves the question, what's behind those numbers, or what are those numbers hiding from our view? Because I think when you get down to it, the miracle itself, it's not about that big number that we're always looking for. There's something else going on, something considerably smaller, in fact, something that you can't put a number on. That's what we're going to come to church on Sunday to think about, and I hope to experience those gifts that we all have to bring that you can't really put a number on. You certainly can't put a price on it. So I look forward to being with you in worship down at the corner of Cone and Lafayette. Until then, enjoy this almost fall-like weather. Thanks, Ava. Take care. I love you. God's peace.